Yo, what's up? Okay, before we get out of the way, yes, new hair. It kind of looks like a wig. Not my fault. This is just how my hair is. Also, as you can see, I got a haircut, so it's a little shorter than normal. Now, I am getting huge Billie Eilish vibes. I love her. Alright, so as the title of this video, I'll be talking about my ghost stories. Yes. Now, before you guys all say, you don't know any ghost experience, the ghosts aren't real, blah blah blah. They are, okay? You know, I've always wanted to make this type of video. I've always wanted to make a video with proof, I guess you could say, like actual video proof. But of course I don't. That's what every liar says, right? Like, oh, my footage is gone. And that's why I honestly didn't want to make this video at all. This is bothering me. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, so let me start by saying you don't have to believe me, honestly. I feel like my story is going to be like, you know, maybe some people will actually believe me and I know some won't. That's fine. I honestly don't care. I just wanted to tell you guys my experience. So let me start. Okay, so when I was 13, I moved to New Jersey, as where I'm currently living still in New Jersey. My mother lived in this house that, you know, she lived in the basement for, I think, a year. And in the basement, as stories they told me, was that my mother, she tripped over a cross on the floor and no one was home to put it there. And it was like perfectly on the floor, like it didn't fall from anything, it was just on the floor. And my mom thought my stepdad was playing a prank. Another time, my stepsister was in the living room of the basement, and you guys probably seen the basement kind of in hiding. It was Michelle talking on the phone, and this, like, that's where the basement was, and that's where, like, one of the ghosts, but it was in the house. It wasn't like in the outside where the stairs are. A thing that I want to talk about was that my stepsister, she saw a ghost looking at her while she was trying to sleep. Now, that's already creepy in its own thing, like a ghost watching her. But it wasn't only just watching her, it was also watching TV while the TV was off. These were experiences that I didn't personally have. These were just stories that they told me. And at first I was like, they're probably just trying to scare me or, like, you know, try to make me believe that there's ghosts. Because I never had a ghost experience. But that changed. Alright, so flash forward to maybe a year after, or around the same time. We moved upstairs of that same house, the same building. Well, it wasn't a building, it was like a 2-person house. It's just, okay, it's the In Hiding building, I'll call it that. Where In Hiding season 1 was filmed, in that house, there was an upstairs. That upstairs is where we lived for the first, like, for 2 years, I think. I had a tablet, and as you know, I'm a person who films. I film everything. I'm just bored and I film. And that's what I was doing. I think I was like 13 or 14 years old. And one day I was filming this mirror. I was just filming myself, and my stepsister called me. My stepsister called me into, like, the kitchen. The kitchen was next to the living room. And in a way, I kind of forgot I was filming. And so I was filming while I was talking to her because I was helping my little sister with homework. And when I go look at the footage, I see this little boy looking out the window. Like, he wasn't looking in, he was looking out. Like, it looked like there was a kid inside our house looking outside the window. The thing is, though, is that I'm the only boy. So it was a kid with, like, very little hair. And none of my, like, sisters or anybody had little hair except my stepdad. But my stepdad ain't that short. And also, he was in the room. So it already, like, executes anybody else. And we would have noticed if there was somebody that didn't belong in our house. We would have said something, right? So I only saw it through the video of the camera. And it wasn't like an optical illusion, even though my camera fucking sucked. Because it wasn't pixelated in a normal Android-y way. It was like, you can see the whole silhouette of the thing because it's a bright window with a dark figure in the middle of it. Like, you can't really, and it can't be a TV or anything because we didn't have a lot of furniture. We had, like, a couch and a TV. So, you know, it was a fucking person. Our second encounter wasn't filmed. It was actually an experience that we had in general. We had this lamp, right? We had this lamp that, you know those sheds, like those white thingies that are with the lamp? Thing that you put on the hat part of the lamp, right? I don't know what it's called. Don't roast me if I was saying it wrong, but okay. So the lamp, we were sitting down. It was me, my stepsister, and my 2 little sisters. We were all staying in the living room. We were just chilling. And out of nowhere, the lamp that was by the window, before you say anything, it was by the window, and it flew across the room. We all stood there quietly, and we were just looking at each other. We were being like, what the fuck just happened? Now, before you say it, oh, it's probably just the wind. The windows are closed. This was around like winter time, and so having the windows open was gonna make us freeze to death because it's fucking cold. New Jersey is really cold. So we're not going to just have the window open just all willy-nilly. And also, we would have been logical and been like, oh yeah, that was the fucking wind because the window's open. But the window wasn't open, so that's why we were all freaking out. Because, and even if it was the wind wouldn't knock it across the room. It would just knock it to the floor. Like, it would just like push it over because the wind is strong, but not strong enough to go from one side of the living room to all the way to the other side. And it flew like if someone threw it. That's what made us scared. Everything got quiet after that point until I decided I wanted to make a film. This film, the only proof of this film existing is from an Instagram post that was only 15 seconds long. So you don't even get to see it. Things were quiet and we were seeing these like orbs. Now you could say, oh, it's just dust. But after we cleansed the house, the dust was gone. So it had to be like ghosts. And it was a lot. And then in the middle of filming, my mom freaked out. And she got scared. And we ruined the footage too. Because my mom saw something while we were in the middle of shooting. So that was another one. One time that we also recorded and it ended up kind of on Instagram was when we were playing with a seat. When we were playing with those air cushions. Not cushions, but air mattresses. I don't know why I said cushion. We, being freaking kids, we stuck it onto the ceiling. And obviously I had to film it because why the fuck not? When we look back at the footage, there was multiple videos of it and only one of them showed up. And there was this man in the wall, on the wall, but on the floor. It felt like a Ken doll, like it was a small black figure, a hooded figure, and it freaked us the fuck out. Wait, who was that? Never mind. Okay, sorry. A more current time. Okay, so after we moved out of that house, we went downstairs into the house that you guys basically have seen. You guys have seen this house because I filmed almost everything in it before we moved to Newark. Now, this house, it already had bad presence, and I'll tell you the reason why these probably ghosts happen. Hi, this is future me. I just want to say that I never actually said what I want to say about the reason why these happening, so I will say it in this little video. So the reason why it happened is because my cousin, her grandmother gave them like this statue that like brings angels to kind of like protect people. So it's basically someone to protect, like it's an angel to protect, and you have to like give it offerings, and we didn't do that because they moved out, and I don't know, it was just a lot of like energy, I guess. And so these angels, spirits, whatever, we're just basically lost until we like blessed the house and all that stuff. But there was always something weird going on in that house, and yeah, I don't know, I guess it was just so much going on that I kind of forgot to mention that, so sorry. Probably ghosts happened, but let me tell you the two experiences that happened in this house. The first one was, it was actually one experience, not two. I don't know why I thought there was two. I was confusing two different things. So what happened was that it was at night and nothing has happened before. Like there was no ghosts, like no ghost crazy things happening for a good amount of time. Like I kind of forgot about it. I was watching Fred. I know, I'm exposing myself. I was watching like old Fred videos just for some laughs, and being nostalgic and whatever. And in the kitchen, it was night, but the kitchen light was on, and I was in the living room in the dark because it's some family drama. And I was like, just watching some Fred. And I see something pass in the kitchen. You know how in ovens they have like that like mirror and like you could see like reflections when you walk? That's what I saw. I saw a reflection. And I know you'd be like, oh, that's like the light coming from the cars or whatever. And that's what my mom said. Now, see, I'm very logical when things come. Like I would have said the same thing, like, oh, it's probably just a light. And that's how I know people are going to say that because it's logical. But that's not what happened. If you're as bored as I am and have no life, you kind of already know know the routine of your house. Light passes through the windows and obviously makes a reflection that hits the walls. Now, when light passes through my wall, I'd probably show a picture of the wall I'm talking about. Hopefully I could find a good angle one. It's probably one of my covers I did with Diane. Anyway, that wall only the light only passes through half of that wall and it stops. It doesn't go any further, mainly because there's a building right next to ours, and so light can only pass so far to the other side where the kitchen, which it didn't happen. So that's the thing I want to talk about, is because this thing only passed through it. Like it couldn't have made it all the way to the bottom, mainly because there's a you know those ledges where you rest your arm on, that is covering it. So even if light did pass, it wouldn't be able to hit down by the oven because there's a wall that blocks it. So my white ass was like, I'm bored, I got no light, maybe I should have some paranormal activity stuff. So you know what I did? I fucking was like, hello. Like, I know it was stupid of me, but I was just bored, and I was like, that would be fucking awesome to even film. Even though even if I caught any of it on film, there's still going to be people saying, oh, he just stages it, or like, why would I want to trick people? Like, I'm not trying to deceive anybody. I would love for everybody to believe in ghosts, but I know not everybody's gonna believe in ghosts, and that's fine. That is completely fine. But it was these ghost experiences were crazy because I never had that kind of experience, I guess. My mother said that like my great grandmother watched us while we slept before she disappeared. I don't know about that. My mom talked about it, so I was like, okay, that's kind of creepy, but it's okay. But I guess that's all I want to really talk about, my ghost experience, because it was terrifying in a way, because it just shows that there is something out there. And okay, before I go and say my little thing, the reason why I don't have any like proof is because I'll give you that story too. I was walking my dog. I don't know if you guys know, but I had a dog before Tommy. I had a dog named Bear. He was a Yorkie, a shortkie, because he was a Shih Tzu and a Yorkie. I was walking him, and I was at my grandma's job. She's a pharmacist, or she was like a pharmacist. And I was walking him, and she was, I don't know what she was doing. What was she doing? I don't know. And my sisters were there, but they were like, where the farm, you know how there's like these glass things and they just give you the medicine? Well, I left my book back there because I was visiting my grandma's house on the weekends, and I just left it on the thing because, me being stupid. And I see this guy with camo pants. Like, I remember his pants. I guess that was the only trait that I remember. He had a hat and camo pants, and he went into the place and came back out. Now, after I finished walking my dog, I go into the thing. My tablet's gone. I was extremely upset because my summer project was in there and my ghost videos. And that same day that thing got stolen was the same day I showed my grandmother the video. My grandmother was the last person to see this crazy experience with a kid looking out the window. Gone. I should have posted it on YouTube. I should have posted everything I filmed on YouTube. And that was kind of the reason why I want to start YouTube, was that I can capture moments and have them forever, because even if I get something stolen, I can always log on and have my videos still there waiting. But things happen, and maybe there's a reason why the world is just not ready to see ghosts, at least right now. And that's why my evidence is gone. But it's fine. You don't have to believe me. You can just think I'm making it up so I could have people believe me, but that's not the case. If I had that footage, I would freaking use it. Oh my god. But if you see one of my first video, if you scroll down all the way to my first video, you will see that I was holding a tablet, and that tablet had all the footage. And yes, my hair is still recovering from the red. As you can see, like, my hair is like not as silver as I want it, but I will get it to silver, like a really good silver soon. Just give me some time to keep dyeing it silver, because the orange was really hard to get rid of. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and Kazoon tight.